days, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys letting it be known right now that they're a team to be reckoned with. A perfect 5-0 to start the year. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Great, set.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. You look at his Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a number 1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast it. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The Steelers send out their punter now. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Now Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
118. South. Buggy. 19 Texas.
Here's Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Why Tony?
And Stroud now to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know is, oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The kick is
Extra
good.
point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
You look at this Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he stopped immediately there. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing is Hurts. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
No touch that.
1st and 10 at the
Hurts.
12-yard line.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's Hurts to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Great, set. No touch.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line.
It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Steelers
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Stroud looking to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kevontae Turpin from 19 yards away. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Extra point splits the uprights. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Steelers offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw here. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll dump this off to Cook. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. The Ravens offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Stroud completes this out wide. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Stroud to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Steelers 10.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
36-yard line.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They run it again with Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Great, set. I got him. That's me. Anyway, no.
He'll drop to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
All right.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Stroud out of the gun here. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
Second and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. 11, 18. What's that? 19 Texas.
The throwing again is Stroud. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kevontae Turpin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
No, toss that. No.
They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw is incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the sun. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Ravens take over first and
The
10.
visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Why Tony?
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10.
What's up? Look the hot.
Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. That's good for 28 yards. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Here we go.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18, outside. 11.
Stroud working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
4th down. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, 42 yards. And the Ravens take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the sneak, it's Hurts. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And quickly, they get to the line.
Baltimore.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Tony.
Now Stroud. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number 22.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And the Steelers set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Oh, hey.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here.
First down. 1st and 10.
And Stroud now to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 5-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Inside the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now out come the Steelers. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Great.
Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
18.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Here we go.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He continues to be a thorn in the side of this defense. That last catch going to put him over 200 yards receiving now for the ball game. Stroud looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. From the 20, here's 2nd and a yard. On the run, it's Dowdle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
11-yard line.
Quick throw to Olave. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
And goal at the 8-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
All right.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and